Hello and welcome to another clip view video. Today we're going to be picking up on chapter 2 and we will be going through chapter 2's all 5 segments. So chapter 2, the battle within. Segment 1, the enemy you cannot see. This should be good. You fear the enemy in front of you, but the enemy in front of you is easy. He reveals himself. He shows his blade. The real enemy is the one inside. The one that whispers when no one hears you. The one that feeds your doubt and sharpens your hesitation. He lives in your laziness, in the softness of your routines. He is fed by the comfort you refuse to leave behind. He is the part of you that still believes you have time. I fought many men, but none were as dangerous as the man I once was. Arrogant, impatient, pathetic, craving victory, always wanting to be part of something, want to be acknowledged. The battle within isn't constant. There is no sword to cut this enemy. Only awareness and discipline. In the book of fire, I spoke of aggression. Not wild, not reckless, but focused. Rage burns fast and dies. But controlled intensity, that is the fire that endures. You must learn to face your weakness without flinching. Look directly at it. Do not explain it. Do not excuse it. Cut it down. This is not self-hate. It is self-honor. You do not sharpen the blade because you hate it. You sharpen it because it was made to cut. Bushido teaches rectitude. Moral correctness. But morality is not about society's rules. It is the war within. The decision to act rightly when no one is watching. When every part of you screams to take the easy path. I trained in storms. I meditated on cliffs. I bled in places where no one would find my body if I failed. I did this not for glory, but to know that I had faced myself and won. You want strength? Then confront the inner enemy. Starve him, deny him, outwork him until he no longer speaks. This is the first lesson of the inner battle. You are not owed peace. You must earn it by defeating everything inside you that seeks comfort over honor. Segment 2. Kill the ego, keep the blade. The blade is not dangerous because of its shine. It is dangerous because it does not care who is holding it. Ego is the illusion that you are more than your discipline, that you have arrived, that you are owed something. I have seen masters fall because they believed their reputation could protect them. They had fame, they had followers, but no edge left in the sword. No edge left in their mind. When I walked the path, I owed nothing. No estate, no rank. I slept on wood, trained in dirt, and wore the same garments until they tore. I was not poor. I was free. The ego is always hungry. It wants applause before you've even earned silence. It wasn't comfort while you still have battles to fight. It will whisper that you are special. And in the moment, you stop becoming better. I learned to kill the ego the same way I learned to kill men. quickly, without mercy, with full attention. Bushido teaches honesty, but not just with others. You must be honest with yourself. When you are weak, admit it. When you are undisciplined, correct it. When you have more to give it. In the book of Earth I wrote, you must understand the meaning of this. There is such a thing as doing too much. This means do not perform, do not posture, simply become. Let your actions speak. Let your stillness speak louder. Your ego will demand recognition, but the warrior knows. It is better to be unknown and unstoppable than admired and soft. I do not speak to you as a legend. I speak to you as a man, one who has made mistakes, one who has been blind, but who chose every day to return to the blade. You must do the same. Kill the ego, not once, but every morning. Sharpen your humility as you sharpen your sword. Wear no mask. Take no pride in anything you have not bled for. This is the second lesson of the inner battle. Detach from the ego, but stay bound to the discipline. Let others talk. Let others post. You work. Segment 3. Fear dies at the edge of the battle. Blade. Let me reread that. Segment 3. Fear dies at the edge of the blade. I'm getting over here, getting dry mouth. Don't do a lot of speeches. Fear is the first shadow. It waits behind every ambition, every excuse, every hesitation. And if you do not confront it, it will rule you quietly, completely. There is a saying among cowards, I'm waiting for the right moment. But the warrior knows there is no perfect moment. Only the one in front of you. When I dueled Sosaki Kojiro, they said he was faster than me. His sword longer, his technique sharper. They whispered of my defeat before the duel began. But they misunderstood one thing. I did not come to fight. I came to finish. On the boat to the island, I carved a wooden oar into a sword. No steel, no polish. Just a piece of driftwood held with absolute certainty. I arrived late, not to disrespect him, but to let fear eat him from the inside before I made my move. He swung with rage. I moved once, and he fell. Not because I was faster, but because I was not afraid to die. Fear is not something to remove. It is something to step through. That's right, step through it. Not over it, not around it, through it. Over and over, until it no longer slows the blade. Bushido demands courage, not loud and violent, but silent and final. The kind of courage that walks into death calmly, that trains when no one sees, that rises again and again when the body says, stop. And the soul replies, not yet. If you are afraid of failing, good. It means you are standing at the edge of something important. Now move forward anyway. The fear will scream, but it cannot stop your foot from stepping. You say, what if I'm not good enough? I say, then become good enough. Not through wishing, through war. You will bleed. You will break. And then you will become someone you were never allowed to be while you were afraid. Fear is only strong when you agree with it. When you believe that lie, that safety is peace, but true peace is earned by walking through fire and standing tall on the other side. This is the third lesson of the inner battle. Face the fear, move anyway, die later, live now, as in right now. Segment 4. Embrace the pain, become the blade. They teach you to avoid pain. I tell you, walk toward it. Pain is forge, the fire that burns away illusion, the heat that melts ego and leaves only what is real. I trained in snow, barefoot. I swung the sword until my arms gave out. Then I swung again. Not because I loved the pain, but because I knew comfort would never make me strong. Every great man walks through suffering alone. Not because he has no help, but because no one else can carry his burden. Pain is not punishment. It is a teacher, and the blade must be taught. Bushido speaks of endurance, not the absence of pain, but the refusal to be ruled by it. The samurai does not curse the storm. He kneels in it. That's right, he kneels in the storm. He sharpens his mind while others seek shelter. Your pain may not come from battle. It may come from betrayal, from failure, from the deep emptiness you feel when the mask comes off and no one applauds. No one's clapping. Do not run from it. Sit with it. Breathe through it. And when it passes, as all things do, you will still be here. Stronger, quiet, unshakable. I have broken bones and buried friends. I have lost blood, sleep, and years of solitude. But I regret nothing. Because pain was not the enemy. It was the path. The world fears pain, but you must become different. Learn to feel it without flinching, to rise with it in your chest, and still move like water. To be scared, but not slowed. This is the fourth lesson of the inner battle. Do not seek to escape pain. Let it carve the shape of the warrior you were meant to become. All right. Segment 5. The last segment of Chapter 2, The Battle Within. Segment 5 is Become the Way. A man may win 1,000 battles, but if he loses to himself, he has won nothing. I have lived through war. I have killed without anger. I have buried the boy I was. and stood where fear once ruled. And what I found was not glory, but stillness. When you defeat the enemy within, there is no enemy outside that can harm you. No insult that can touch you. No storm that can shake you. The final battle is to become the way. Not to follow it. Not to borrow it. Not to perform it when others are watching. But to live it. To breathe it. To be it. Even when no one speaks your name. In the book of the void, I spoke of the unseen. The space between action and thought. The place beyond form. This is the realm of mastery. Not loud, not admired, but true. Most men live in reaction, chasing feelings, chasing success, chasing approval. But the warrior moves from principle, from internal law. Form a fire that does not need the world to see it in order to burn. You must now choose, not once, not for a week, but every moment. Choose discipline over desire, clarity over comfort, stillness over noise, honor over ease. You will not be rewarded for it. Not at first. But one day, when the world falls quiet and the war begins, you will not shake. Because you did not train to be seen. You trained to become something no man could break. This is the fifth and final lesson of the inner battle. Become the way. Do not pretend to be a warrior. Become one. In silence, in pain, in peace. I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 2. Definitely has a lot to think on that one. There was something that resonated with you guys on this, please, down in the description, let me know what it was. And I hope this inspired you, as it's my own writing that inspires me. And if you like this, then please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button so you're notified when I put out chapter 3, which is going to be right after this. And this is the second chapter out of 5 chapters. And there's 5 segments per chapter. And you think this is deep? Yeah, it gets deeper than this. The 5th chapter is going to blow your mind away. But I do want to say thank you guys for watching, for listening. It really means a lot to me. And see you guys in the next video.